Welcome to NME ICT Sakshat e-content project under Ministry of HRD Government of India. This project is of marketing management. The project is under NME ICT, that is National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology. Under this mission, a proper balance between content generation, research in critical areas relating to imparting of education, and connectivity for integrating our knowledge with the advancement in other countries is to be attempted. In order to bolster our knowledge resources to obtain and maintaining the competitive edge in the world, we require a system of identification and nurturing of talent and lifelong learning. Knowledge modules based on personalized needs of the learner would need to be delivered to him or her at the right time with the right content interactively to take care of his or her aspirations. With these objectives in mind, these videos are created for the portal section. We will learn basic marketing over here.
Hi, I am LL means learner. I am learner of marketing management. I'll learn marketing in master's class. The desire for learning marketing comes out of interest. This is very interesting topic. Marketing management is seen everywhere in the society. You see up or down, you see here and there, you can see brand names and logos and advertisements and people working in marketing area. I am very much interested in learning marketing. Let us learn marketing from Dr. Badiyani. He is going to teach marketing management under Sakshat e-content development project under National Mission on Education through Information and Communication Technology, that means NME-ICT. Let us start learning. Good morning to all. Today, we are going to learn advertising part 2.
Hello friends, today we are going to learn a topic called advertising, media and measurement. During 1960, there was a famous proverb among the marketers was that if you want to sell a product to the consumers, first make it available in front of the eyes of a consumer. Because if consumer will not see the product, how can we expect them to purchase our product? And from that era, from the decades, the importance of advertising has been started. Now, once the importance of advertising has been started, it carries or it also creates lot many questions in the minds of marketers. The first question arises, first, when a marketer has decided to advertise his product, then what should be the media? Now, that question requires the answers of media selection. Means media selection is a process of selecting the best media which in terms of cost effective and result oriented for our product and services. So when we have decided to advertise our product, the next question is which media should we select? So to select that media, we need to understand various types of media types. So let us go for the media types. The first is a press, that is called newspaper and magazine. Now newspaper and magazines are the most effective media to advertise or to promote your product in front of consumers. But the life of that advertisement via this medium is short temper. It means it can be only a day where the consumer will see and forget the thing. But the advantage of this method, this media, is we can advertise via local languages. So we can have an advantage of customization of our advertising message, and which can be a greatest tool. Why? The reason is consumers will get the message in their own language, and that can be the greatest thing in the marketing management. Second type of media is a television. the most effective and most costly media to the marketer is television. Now, when we advertise our product via television, we need to consider the certain time frame. The reason is because generally kids used to see a television from evening 6 to 8, where we can advertise a lot many kids product from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock is known as a prime time, where the entire family will be in the front of a TV, so we can advertise a family products. And generally in the India, from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, generally housewife used to see or used to sit on front of television, so we can advertise a female product or a female oriented product to that time slot. The third one is radio. Now the radio advertising is increasing like anything, and with the use of or with the kind of granting a license by the government, now lot many FM channels are there, and these are the various tools and the best effective tool in fact at the local level to advertise or to promote your product. But the only disadvantage of this product is that availability of a respondent, because the reason is we cannot define a particular time frame of a particular respondent on that particular period. The next one is cinema. Now we can also advertise our product via different cinemas, but in that case we need to have or we need to decide on the a particular movie. Why? Because on the kids movie generally the target audience will be the kids, so we can advertise that kind of product. But a product, if a service, that movie is a family movie, the entire family will be there to see that movie, and we can advertise a family products. And a certain youth oriented movie where the audience will be purely youth, and we can advertise our fashion accessories in front of that audience. The next one is started from 2000 onwards, and that is mobile advertising. Mobile advertising means sending a personal advertisement, personal message on the particular mobile phones of a consumer, and that is called mobile advertising. Now when we decide that this is the media that I will use to advertise my product, but there are some difficulties in the media selection. So the next topic is difficulties in selecting the media type, and the first one is audience measurement, that we cannot decide the number of audience. Why? Because there are purely uncertain numbers, because we cannot predict how many people will be there in front of this TV at that particular time. So each and every factor that we will decide will be purely based upon the assumption. The second one is difficulties in the cost comparison. Now once we have advertised, there will be a cost, and it is also very difficult to measure the cost, and in fact it is very difficult to compare the cost of particular same media. For example, if I have advertised my product via television, now the cost per family can be different, cost per viewer can be different, cost per region can be different, so I cannot compare the advertisement or cost of advertisement in one particular region to another particular region. So this is the third difficulty of selecting media types. And the last one is reliance on a particular media type, that is giving a weightage to a various media types. For example, if I have decided to promote my product, to advertise my product, then I need to decide how much weightage should I give to the television ad, how much weightage I should give to the radio advertisement, how much to the newspaper, and how much to the outdoor advertisement. So here this will be the most confusing state. Why? Because a television ad must be backed by a newspaper, and if it is backed it is supported by a newspaper, then it can generate a huge amount of fruitful result to the marketer. But alone, a television alone, a newspaper can't give a expected result. The next one is, when we decide to advertise, what are the points should we select or should we consider at the time of deciding media selection? And that is availability. Means once we have decided to promote our product, that media is available, or in fact the response will be available during the time slot or not. If it yes, then we should advertise. If it's not, then we should not go for that. The second one is selectivity. Selectivity means that should we select on this particular aspect or a domain of a media, or should we cover the entire media? For example, if I have decided to promote my product via magazine, now should I give to my advertisement to one particular magazine, or should I give to a different all types of magazine in this world? And the last one is competition. Now in this era of cutthroat competition, to remain or to sustain my position, I need to take a decision on the basis of my competitors' action. So here marketers need to take a decision or need to select tools where his competitor is promoting his product. So now there will be a fight to fight, head to head competition in terms of advertising on the particular media type. Now, how to measure the advertisement, that is the most confusing question. So there are two methods of measuring the advertisement effectiveness. One is a direct method and second one is indirect method. In the direct method, again three are there. The first one is historical sales. Historical sales means now the figures will be considered of a history, and then figures will be considered after taking an advertisement decision. So both the figures will be compared, and now they can decide whether the advertisement decision has been successful or not. The second one is experimental. Experimental means I will measure the number of respondents before advertisement, and now after advertisement decision I will also measure the same respondent. So I can have a better focus, clear view of a respondent, that is whether the message has been reached or not. And the last one is multi-variable design. Multi-variable design means it's a kind of measurement. For example, if I advertise 8 variables in the advertisement, so now my task is, should consumer or does consumers receive the same, has consumer received the same 8 variables in the same intended way that I wanted or not, or has that consumer received only 4 or 5, and if 4 or 5, then what are that variables? That is called multi-variable design. And the indirect methods are exposure to the advertisement. Exposure to the advertisement means how many consumers got the advertisement exposure via your tool. The second one is attention and recall of an advertisement. If I, being a respondent, and if I am able to recall at the advertisement as much as possible, or I can remember that advertisement as much as possible, so that advertisement will occupy a space in the mind of consumer, and that will be the greatest advantage of the marketer. And the last one is brand awareness and attitude change. Brand awareness means at the initial stage of promoting a brand, generally marketers used to take a decision to promote their product via this. And the last one is attitude change, whether with advertisement, with that particular media, now the marketers will measure whether the attitude of the consumers has been changed or not just because of this advertisement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the class and watching. I have learned a lot. Did you? Have a good day from the learner.